time to drop.
Hello guys, and welcome back to the Hennisphere. Been a little bit, but I am back to do a lot of coaster rankings. That's what's going to happen all of the rest of this month. I'm going to upload hopefully 20 different coaster rankings, maybe more than that. And we're going to start with Six Flags Over Texas roller coasters. I'm then going to rank Silver Dollar City roller coasters, Kings Island roller coasters, Cedar Point roller coasters, and then the roller coasters from my Florida trip. You can expect both Fun Spot parks, Busch Gardens Tampa, SeaWorld Orlando, and Universal Studios Florida parks. Hope you enjoy them. So they're going to be coming out once or twice a day, really. I'm going to try to get all of them out before New Year's. And then I have a major announcement to make regarding my 2020 plans. So that is coming probably right after Christmas. With that being said, let's jump into the third roller coaster that will be ranked from Six Flags Over Texas. I've already ranked the Gerstlauer spinning clones and SNS 40 free spin clones in separate videos. You can go check those out. But La Vibora is next. So this is a bobsled roller coaster made by Intamin, but Giovanola was subcontracted for this project. It opened at Six Flags Magic Mountain in 1984, but was removed and relocated to Six Flags Over Texas, where it opened in 1986, and it's still operating. The stats on it are nothing special, so let's jump right into the categories. First up are the enthusiast categories. The height, speed, drops, G-forces, and wow factor. Each of these will be scored out of 10. Let's see how many points this thing gets. I'd imagine it's pretty low. The height is only 60 feet. That's below average. That earns 4 out of 10. The speed, 32 miles an hour listed on RCDB. That's really slow. It's like a family roller coaster right there, so 3 out of 10. The drops, this thing doesn't have steep drops, and it really doesn't drop all the way to the ground. It's very it's hard to describe. It has twisting drops. After it drops, it likes to immediately twist the other direction as it goes back uphill, or just keeps on turning flat. So drops are pretty bad. I'd give it a 3 out of 10. G-forces. I don't know exactly what the G-forces are on this, but it's very whippy in the turns actually. It's kind of fun. You don't get airtime, you don't get a lot of intense positive G's, but it does whip you from throughout the transition, banking to the left and then all of a sudden to the right and vice versa. So I'll give it a 4 out of 10. That's still bad, but it's not horrible. Lastly is wow factor. The only thing going for this is it's a bobsled model. That's very rare. You don't see a lot of these at parks, and I mean, you certainly don't see them being built anymore. So I'll give it a 5 out of 10, which is still below average. Add those 5 categories up and you get 19 out of 50, which is tied for the lowest I've ever given. Moving on to the general public categories: theming, restraints, the layout, the length, and the smoothness. Each of these are worth up to 10 points, 1 being the worst, 10 being the absolute best. So theming, you have a snake theme. The track is colored black, red, and yellow, and that kind of tells you it's a dangerous snake, because if red touches yellow, you're a dead fellow. That's how the saying goes. So paint on this is good, and the logo is good, but there's really nothing else I can do for it, so I'll give it a 4 out of 10. It really gets just 1 point. 3 out of 10 means there's like pretty much no theming, so 4 out of 10. Restraints. The restraints for me personally were pretty good. I sat in the front when I rode this, and I didn't have any trouble getting the restraint over my knees. I do have pretty long legs, but I didn't notice anything wrong with the restraints, and they weren't pushing down on me. It didn't feel like I was stapled, so I'll give them an 8 out of 10. The layout, like I said, it's kind of repetitive, where you twist down in one direction. When you get to the bottom, you twist up into another direction, into the opposite direction, and that's all this really is. It's just lots of turns that have pretty similar radius. There are lots of block brakes, because these trains they're not even trains, they're just cars. They don't seat very many people. There's only 6 people allowed on each one. And so they're running a lot of cars on this track, and you have to have lots of block brakes for that. So the ride is always hitting brakes and slowing down, and it's not the smoothest. So the layout, that's a 5 out of 10. It's pretty weak. The length, 1,490 feet. It's not even 1,500 feet long. That's very short. 4 out of 10. Lastly, smoothness. This ride isn't all that smooth, but in the turns, it feels pretty good. The transitions between where the tracks are bolted together don't feel that bad, so I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Really, it just kind of loses 1 point for me there. Adding these 5 categories up, you get 27 out of 50, which is pretty bad, but not the worst I've ever given. Add this to the original 19 points from the enthusiast categories, and you get 46 out of 100, which earns it last place out of every roller coaster that I've ranked up to this point. It ranks 62nd out of 62 roller coasters I have ranked using this system. So congrats, La Vibora. You are the winner of my bottom 10 ranked roller coasters. Keep watching my channel for more rankings. They're coming very soon. Like I said, they'll be uploaded either once a day or twice a day. I want to get all of them uploaded before next year. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I do want to get to 1,000 subscribers soon. We're almost to 800. That was another day in the Hennisphere.